Do you believe in the paranormal? There are many stories out there of people who have had a paranormal experience. I feel that it's important to know what's out there in the world, even if it involves the unknown. In this video, I will be sharing 3 chilling stories I came across. These stories are very disturbing, so get your snacks, turn off the lights, and get cozy. This is After Dark. There are areas in Mexico where many live outside of the city or town. Out deep in the forest, people tend to build their homes and enjoy the peace and quiet. There was a family that lived in the middle of the forest. During the day, it was a beautiful place. During the night, you couldn't even see your hand in front of you. This family had 2 young twin girls. The twins enjoyed playing outside while their dad would be taking care of the animals. One afternoon, the girls went outside with their dad while he was feeding the goats. The twins enjoyed building little small houses with sticks and rocks and run around the trees. As they were playing, one of the sisters noticed that near a tree was a young little boy. The boy waved at the girls and they waved back. The little boy looked pale and seemed like he was dressed from another time. The little girls are used to playing with each other and have never seen anyone else live in the same area as they did. Excited, the girls said hi to the boy. The boy calls them over and says, "Can I play with you?" The girls right away said yes.
Come on, let's play.
They started to play games together and enjoyed the company of the little boy. They would play tag and run around the trees. But one of the sisters started to notice that they kept getting further and further away from their home. Right away, she tells her sister that they must turn back and go home. The other sister wanted to continue to play with the boy. The boy overheard the conversation and said, "Don't leave yet. I'm not tired of playing. Are you?" The girls replied with no and decided to continue play tag and other games. The same twin tells her sister for the second time to go home now, that their dad is not able to see them from where they're at. The little boy replies with, "Don't leave. Let's play one more game. Let's play hide and seek. I'm going to count to 10 by this tree. And when I'm done counting, if I find you, you'll have to leave with me." The twins looked at each other, and one of them said, "No, we have to leave." The other little girl said, "One more game, and that's it." So the twins stayed to play this last game with the strange little boy. He leans over and starts to count near a tree. The little girls run off to hide. They can hear the little boy counting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The girls hide near a small shed their dad had built a while back for the animals. As the little boy is counting, they can hear his voice changing.
5, 6,
7, 8, 9. When he's about to say 10, the girls close their eyes and hug each other in fear. All of a sudden, they hear a loud voice say, 10. The girls run out of the shed to find their dad. As they are running to the house, they realize that their dad was talking to a group of people. The dad turns around terrified and hugs the girls. According to the story, the twins went missing for days. No one knows how, but till this day, they still wonder who the little boy was. Some say it was a ghost of a little boy. Others claim it was a demon wanting the girl's soul. In Mexico, music plays a big part in our culture. There are many genres of Mexican music. One of them is the norteño music, mostly played by a group or a band. This story has to do with a man who had a paranormal experience in the Mexican music industry. He had his group, and they would play at quinceañeras and events. In Mexican culture, you will find events where they book several groups to come and play for the people. Some locations like to support the smaller groups and hire them for events so they can open for the very famous group. According to the story, this man that we will be calling Julio was hired with his band to come and open for the most popular group at the time. Back in the 90s, this group was very popular. Till this day, this group's music is played everywhere. If you're Hispanic, with just hearing the sound of the first note, you right away know who the group is. Julio was very excited to finally get to meet in person the members of the group. Like I said, at the time, they were very popular. They still are. While Julio starts setting up and getting ready for sound check, he hears that the group is there as well. He starts getting excited when he sees the group's team also setting up for sound check. Julio decides to walk backstage and introduce himself to the group. He states that the members of the group were very nice to him and his band. He said they talked for a few minutes with all of them, but Julio pulled the main singer to the side and said, "Hey man, I'm a big fan. Your music is amazing, and it's crazy how fast you guys made it into the industry. What advice would you give me and my group to be able to one day reach the same fame as you guys?" The man smiled and said, "Are you sure you want to know?" Julio said, "Yes." The man replies with, "Okay, I'm only gonna tell you because you seem like a very nice guy. All you have to do is sell your soul to Satan." "Are you serious? Don't play with me. I'm seeking advice from you, and you're playing?" The man said, "No, Julio, I'm serious. If you're seeking money, fame, women, whatever you desire, that's what you need to do. Sell your soul to Satan." That's how we did it. Julio didn't know what to say. He stood there, frozen, while the group walked up to the stage for sound check. When they started to play, everyone in the building stopped what they were doing to hear them play. Some would even start singing and dancing. Julio decided to go around and talk to the crew who is in charge of the group's sound. The crew usually shows you their equipment and help you to sound more professional. Julio usually likes to talk to the crew to see if they have any tips or equipment they can show him to sound more professional. One of the crew members was explaining to Julio a special mic that the group would use. The crew member said, "We might have an extra one. Let me go check my bag. Maybe you can use it, Julio, for tonight." The nice man walks away and leaves Julio alone behind the stage while the group is still performing a full song. Julio then looks over at the bottom of the stage and he sees that there is a sign that read, "Don't touch." Julio thought, maybe they have special equipment here. As he walks closer and closer to what's behind the sign, Julio's blood went cold. What was behind the sign was a statue of a demon. Around the demon, he could see many candles, black, white, red. It was a small altar that was placed underneath the stage every time that the group would perform. As a Mexican who is from the northern states of Mexico, where norteño music is from, I have never heard of a group selling their soul. You mostly hear rappers or pop artists, but never groups like this. If you're Mexican and you're wondering who the famous group is that Julio claims sold their soul to the devil is, actually, you don't even have to be Mexican. I am 100% sure you have came across this song. This is their most popular song, and it's called La Chona. This song was released in 1995. Till this day, this song is played everywhere. In Mexico, they also have their big festivals. Kind of like the state fairs in Texas, this story takes place in a small ranch in Mexico, where everyone knows everyone. That weekend, the festival was coming to town, where they have rides, food stands, live music, with famous groups that perform at the fair, and people come to have fun and dance. This young girl, that we will be calling her Mariana, was excited to go to the fair, but her plans were ruined when all of her friends canceled on her. Her mom said, "Well, Mariana, why don't you go by yourself? You might make new friends there. Just go and have fun." Mariana got dressed and walked to the fair alone. There were so many people enjoying the music and dancing. She was standing right by the speakers where the group was performing. Mariana then notices a handsome man staring at her from across the dance floor. The man waved at Mariana and started to walk towards her. Mariana was so excited. Her friends are usually the ones who have better luck with guys. For the first time, someone was interested in her. This man was tall and handsome, white complected with dark colored eyes and dark hair. He was also well dressed. He comes up to Mariana and asked her if she would like to dance. Mariana responded with a quick yes. They started dancing and enjoying the music. He then asked her for her name and if she lived in town. Mariana answered all his questions. He then tells her, "We should leave. Let's go somewhere more private." Mariana knew where this was going, but she wanted to enjoy the group that was playing and dance a few more songs. The man then asked Mariana again, "We should go, or did you get here with someone?" She replied with, "No, I walked here by myself." The man then tells Mariana, "Well, I can take you home, but I would like to be alone with you. How about we get away? The night is still young. You never know where it might lead us to. Mariana knew what the handsome man wanted to do, and she wanted to spend more time with him, so she agreed. Mariana leaves the dance floor with this man. He tells her, "I left my horse here, let me go find it and I will come back and take you home and we can talk." He starts once again asking Mariana questions about herself and her family. Mariana gets to talking and doesn't notice that the direction they are going is the wrong way. She looks forward and notices that they're getting closer to the desert side of town, and she can no longer see anyone or anything, just the light of the moon guiding them. Mariana starts to panic and asks the young man where they are going. He doesn't respond. She tells him, "Please take me home now." Terrified, she then starts to hear heavy breathing behind her. She looks down at her feet and notices that the young man's feet are chicken feet. Terrified, Mariana turns around to see a man with large horns staring back at her. Mariana didn't make it home that night. The next day, her mom went out looking for her, asking people if they had seen her from last night. Many pointed at the direction where they last saw her in a horse with a man. When they started walking through the desert, they discovered Mariana's body hanging from a cactus. Next to her was a letter that described what happened that night. This is the end of this video. If you enjoy this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe. Also, feel free to comment any of your paranormal stories or ideas. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. I will see you guys in my next paranormal story.